All right, welcome into Jammin' Sports, everybody, on this Memorial Day. Want to wish everybody a very happy Memorial Day. Hope you're enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. And I hope that you all take some time out today to reflect and remember why we celebrate this holiday. We remember all the lives of the men and women who gave the ultimate price for this country and the freedoms that we all enjoy. I know in my time in the military, when I was in Desert Storm, we had 4 people in my unit who actually died. And, and that still weighs heavy on me every year that we have Memorial Day weekend. But, the best way that we can honor them is to live our lives the best we can and to honor this country and cherish the freedoms that we have. All right. We're going to have a baseball doubleheader, and then we'll have football later on this evening here at Jammin' Sports on this Memorial Day. As we're going to continue with our Major League Baseball playoffs, we'll have Game 3 of the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees to kick things off. The Yankees lead this best of 5, 2-0, and they can wrap up the series with a win against Houston today. And then the second game will be the other American League Division Series between the Oakland A's and the Kansas City Royals. That series is tied at 1 game apiece, and the winner of that game will take a commanding 2-1 lead. So we'll head out to Houston first in this one, as you see the brackets there, and we'll just go right to it. Let's head out to Yankee Stadium for Game 3 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. There's your lineups for today. Jammin' Sports presents Game 3 of the American League Division Series between the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees, live from Yankee Stadium in New York. Yankees lead this best of 5, 2-0, and can wrap it up today. All right, we're about to get Game 3 underway. Lefty Gomez will be the starting pitcher for the Yankees here this afternoon here in Game 3. Great to have you along on this Memorial Day. We were busy Saturday and Sunday. We weren't able to get on. We're going to try to make up some games today. Cesar Cedeno will lead things off. He's the center fielder for the Astros as Game 3 is now underway. A ground ball to short. Making the play is Derek Jeter for the out. So Cedeno rounds out to short. 1 down for the Astros. There's the Astros starting lineup. Next up will be the second baseman, Jose Altuve, facing Gomez. Lefty Gomez is a left-handed pitcher. Go figure. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. We're in the top of the first inning. No score. 1 out for the Astros. Nobody on base on a beautiful afternoon here in the Bronx. Here's the 0-1. And Altuve rips that one to left center field, and that one is gone. A solo shot home run by Jose Altuve. And the Astros take a 1-0 lead. And that one left the building in a hurry. Let's take another look at that one. Monster shot. He hit it into the deepest part of the ballpark, too. 445 feet. Into Monument Park out there. And now Jeff Bagwell comes up next, the first baseman. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. So the Astros take a 1-0 lead here in the top of the first here in Game 3, trying to stave off elimination. And now the pitch by Gomez. Grounded off. And the count goes to 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside. Count goes to 1-2 to Bagwell. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 1-2 to Jeff Bagwell. And now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 2 down for the Astros. Here in the top of the first. They do have a solo shot home run. They lead it 1-0. And coming up next will be Yordan Alvarez. Down low will be ball 1. Count goes to 1-0 to Alvarez. And now the 1-0 pitch. Up high, 2-0. Alvarez is the left fielder. And now the 2-0 pitch. Up high, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, nobody on base. And now the 3-0 pitch by Gomez. Down low and outside. Ball 4 and 4 pitches. So it's a 2-out walk for Alvarez. And now Lance Berkman comes up. Berkman is the third baseman. Here's the pitch. And he rips that one foul. They throw to first. And Alvarez is back in time. Now the 0-1 pitch. There goes Alvarez down to second. He's safe. The pitch was a strike, though, to Berkman. The count goes to 0-2. There's the drone shot. Gomez pitching. And now the 0-2 pitch. Down low and outside. Count goes to 1-2. One-two pitch. Low and inside. That'll even the count at 2-2 to Berkman. 2-2 pitch. Outside. Full count, 3-2. Full count. Three-two pitch. Called strike 3. Berkman strikes out at the end of 1 or 1/2 inning. The Astros lead the Yankees 1-0 on the solo shot home run. Here in Game 3 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Mike Scott will be the starting pitcher for the Astros here this afternoon. Astros lead at 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. Leading off for the Yankees, Earl Combs. He's the right fielder today. And now the first pitch by Scott. A ground ball to first. Bagwell makes the play himself, 1 down. So Combs grounds out to first. Tony Lazzari will come up next, the third baseman. Tony Lazzari. Scott on the hill. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. Tony Lazzari is how that's pronounced. 0-1 pitch.
Nope.
Down low. Count goes to 1-1. Our afternoon baseball doubleheader on this Memorial Day. We'll have NFL action later. Here's the 1-1. Ripped to short. Making the play is Carrera for the out. It'll be a ground out to short. 2 down for the Yankees. And now Mickey Mantle will come up, the left fielder. This is game 3 of the ALDS. Yankees lead at 2-0. They can wrap it up today. And that's fouled off. Down the third base line. Count goes to 0-1 to Mantle. 2 outs, bases empty. The Astros have a 1-0 lead. Down low will be a ball. Count goes to 1-1. The Astros had a solo shot home run to start the game by Altuve.
2-1.
That's low. Count goes to 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Fouled it off. Yankees won games 1 and 2 down in Houston. Trying for the 3-game sweep. Here's the 2-2.
We got a full count.
Full count now, 3-2 as that's low. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Mantle at the plate. 3-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. At the end of 1 full inning, 1-0 Astros. Game 3 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the second. Kyle Tucker will lead things off for the Astros. He's the right fielder. Lefty Gomez still on the mound for the Yankees here in the top of the second. Pitch by Gomez. Popped up out of play. Count goes to 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Count quickly 0-2 to Kyle Tucker. We're in the top of the second, 1-0 Astros. Here's the pitch. Inside, he swung at it. Struck him out for out number 1. 1 down for the Astros as Tucker goes down swinging on an inside pitch. That was a bad pitch. Swung on it though. Next up, Alex Bergman. He's the third baseman. Here's the pitch. Down low. No, it's in there. Strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. 1 out here in the top of the second. Base is empty. Bregman at the place. Huddy has joined us. I also see Huddy on Gracie's phone. And Bregman fouls it off. And the count's quickly 0-2. Yankees lead this best-of-5 series 2-0. They can wrap it up today. Here's the pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 2 down for the Astros in the top of the second. And now Craig Biggio will come up next, the catcher. Here's the pitch. It's up high. It's the show 24. I haven't gotten 25 yet. Here's the 0-1. Down low, bounces across. Count goes to 1-1. Hey, Misty. My drink's on the table, keeper. Here's the 1-1 pitch. I've heard that. It's really good. Evil Dead's joined us. Evil Dead's in the house. Say hi to Huddy, Evil Dead. And Huddy, say hi to Evil Dead. Here's the 1-2 pitch.
Ball
Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Here in the top of the second, Astros lead at 1-0. That may be a base hit in the right. No, nice play by the right fielder. Earl Combs comes running in and gets the out. 1-0 Astros. Go to the bottom of the second. ALDS Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the second. Lou Gehrig will lead things off, the first baseman for the Yankees. Astros lead it 1-0. Astros scored a solo shot home run by Altuve in the first inning. He was the second batter of the game. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it off. Evens the count at 1-1. One pitch. In there for a strike. 1-2. We'll have Game 3 of the A's and the Royals after this. Then we'll have NFL action later today. Here's the 1-2. Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on. Gehrig at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, third base line. Count remains at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Oh, they said he foul tipped it. No, it's a strikeout. Never mind. Struck him out. Here's a look at his pitch succession. One out for the Yankees here in the bottom of the second. Bill Dickey comes up. Dickey, a base hit in the right field. He's the catcher today. It's a 1-out single for Dickey. And the Yankees have a runner aboard. Let's watch this one again. Hit sharply between first and second in the right field. Just beyond the reach of Bagwell. And now Robinson Cano will come up. He's the second baseman today. Inside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first. That's Dickey at first base. And now the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. By the way, we're at the old Yankee Stadium, not where they currently play. I like the old one better. It has more character.
No, he's in there.
They thought at first, Dickey's back in time. I much prefer the older Yankee Stadium. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. 1-2. If they had the Astrodome, I'd use that too for the Astros, but they don't have it here in the show. Here's the 1-2. Up high. There goes Dickey down to second. He's safe. A stolen base for the catcher. And the count to Cano goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3-2, full count. I wish they'd put it in there. Maybe a licensing thing, I don't know. Here's the 3-2. Rips it. Oh, snagging it out of the air. Alex Bregman. Oh my goodness. Robbing Cano of a base hit. Great play at third. Now 2 outs for the Yankees, and Bernie Williams will come up. And Williams is the center fielder today. 2 outs, runner on second. Here's the pitch.
Ball
Down low, 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, second base. Picked up by Altuve. Nice throw to first for the out. Yankees threaten but do not score. At the end of 2 complete. Astros lead at 1-0. ALDS Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the third. Carlos Carrera will lead things off. He's the shortstop. Astros lead Game 3, 1-0. Lefty Gomez still on the mound. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Evil Dead, maybe you can do us a favor. Tell us when Lefty Gomez played, if you would. Here's the 0-1. Rips it foul down the line. And the count quickly 0-2. I can't remember when Gomez played for the Yankees. Here's the 0-2. And he swung at a bad pitch. It was low, but he fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls that one off down the first base line. 30-43. That was back when baseball was manly. Here's the 0-2. Struck him out. One down for the Astros. Here in the top of the third. Now that's back when baseball was baseball. Cesar Cedeno will come up next. Top of the order. He's the center fielder. Up high. Oh, it's in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. One out, bases empty. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Just a bit inside. Without even the count at 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Outside. Count goes to 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 to Cedeno. And now the 2-1 pitch. Ripped it foul down the line. Yeah, we spent Saturday and Sunday with Gracie. She was doing shopping and stuff. That's why we weren't on. We were celebrating her 21st birthday. Here's the pitch. Up high, 3-2. But we're back on today, Memorial Day. 3-2 to Cedeno. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. We're out number 2. 2 down for the Astros. Here in the top of the third. Jose Altuve, he hit the home run the last time he came up. That gave the Astros a 1-0 lead. And that was to left center field, the deepest part of the park. Here's the pitch.
That's a ball.
Down low, count goes to 1-0. 1-0 pitch. High in the air, out to right field. Combs goes back. Off the wall, can't make the play. Altuve. Well, Williams picks it up, throws it back inside, and Altuve has a double. Yeah, it was Eagleville beat Hollow Rock Brewston. They killed them 8-1. Hollow Rock Brewston was the team that beat Gordonsville and put them out. And then on Saturday, Eagleville beat them 8-1 to win the championship. Jeff Bagwell comes up.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Bagwell, the first baseman. First pitch inside, ball 1. And now the 1-0 pitch to Bagwell. Fouls that one off. Count evens up at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on second. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. We're in the top of the third inning. Astros lead at 1-0. Yeah, she wasn't herself those 2 games. She may have been wore out. Here's the 2-1. Fouls it off. If Gordonsville had a weak point, it's the fact that there's only one other pitcher besides Plumlee She's not as good as Plumlee. Here's the 2-2.
Full count.
Inside, full count, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Full count now to Bagwell. Yeah, pretty much. Struck him out looking for out number 3. At the end of 2.5, the Astros lead it 1-0 here in Game 3 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the third. Joe Gordon will lead things off. He's the DH today. Mike Scott still on the mound. Here's the pitch. Gordon rips one to second. Altuve will throw to first for the out. So Gordon grounds out to second. Oh yeah, she led the team in homers. Derek Jeter, the shortstop, comes up. One out, base is empty. Jeter chases a bad pitch. Strike one. But on Thursday, they shut her down. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss, 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And now the 0-2. In the dirt. It'll be a ball. Count goes to 1-2 to Jeter. And now the 1-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging for out number 2. They have before. It's in the 80s. But they didn't have a clock during these games down in Murfreesboro. But I've seen them clock her before. And it's usually in the low 80s. Earl Combs comes up next, the right fielder. A ground ball. Altuve at second makes the play. It's a 1-2-3 inning. At the end of 3 complete, the Astros lead it 1-0. ALDS Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 4th. Yordan Alvarez will lead things off. Alvarez, the left fielder. Here's the pitch by Gomez. In there for a strike, 0-1. There's your infield for the Yankees today. Oh yeah, it's very fast. Here's the 0-1. Down low, 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, there were a lot of tears Thursday afternoon after that second game. Here's the 1-1, up high, 2-1. Everybody was crying. Even some parents. Here's the 2-1. Up high. Oh, it's in the strike zone. Count goes to 2-2 to Alvarez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. Full count now. 3-2 pitch. Popped it up. Who wants it? Cano? Yeah, Cano will take it at second. For out number 1. Into shallow right. 1 down for the Astros here in the top of the 4th. They lead it 1-0. A solo shot by Altuve back in the 1st inning. Lance Berkman will come up next. Berkman is the DH today. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. We'll have Game 3 of the other ALDS after this. That's the A's and the Royals tied at 1 game apiece. Here's the 0-1. Ripped foul. And the count's 0-2. Yes. Here's the 0-2. Inside, 1-2. I mean, Callie Dillard, the backup, she's not bad, but she's no Plumlee. Here's the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. They're losing 3 seniors. Here's the 2-2. Full count, 3-2. They're going to lose their catcher, too. That's going to be big. And then they lose their center fielder as well. Here's the 3-2. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2 to Berkman. She pitched 5. She was an 8th grade freshman. Here's the 3-2. She started as an 8th grade freshman. Count remains at 3-2 to Berkman. Oh yeah, they'll never be touched. Struck him out looking. 2 down for the Astros. In Tennessee, you can play as an 8th grade freshman. And now Kyle Tucker comes up, the right fielder.
1-0.
Down low, count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Fouls that off, count goes to 1-1. I would too. I'd like to know what she finished with. Here's the 1-1. Fouls that off. The count goes to 1-1. Oh, excuse me, 1-2 to Kyle Tucker. One-two pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive. Astros lead it 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 3.5. Astros lead it 1-0. ALDS game 3 is we're back.
For the Yankees, the third baseman, number 18.
And now Tony, is it, I always get this one wrong. Is it Lazary or Lazari? Takes first pitch for a ball. Down low, ball 2. Is it Lazari or Lazary? I always forget on this guy. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I know he's a famous player. I should know this. He's the third baseman. Lazary. Gotcha. 2-2 pitch.
3-2.
Up high. We got a full count to Lazary. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Oh, Lazari. The second one. Okay, Lazari. That's what I kind of thought. Here's the 3-2. That one hit high in the air. That's going to drop in left center field. And it's going to be a double for Lazari to lead off the bottom of the 4th for the Yankees. Well hit in the left center field. A nice play by Cedeno to track that down, keep it from going to the wall. And now Mickey Mantle will come up. Here's the pitch. Low and inside.
Count 1-0.
Mantle, the left fielder today. Nobody out for the Yankees. They now have a runner at second in scoring position here in the bottom of the 4th, trying to tie this game up. I know that Lazari is a Hall of Famer. I know that. He was a great player. Evil Dead, if you don't mind. Counts at 2-0 to Mantle. And now the 2-0 pitch to Mantle. In there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. All right. He may have. There you go. Can you get rid of that bot for me there, Evil Dead? Here's the 2-1. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-2. Hold on, I'll get it. I got to ban this guy. Oh. Evil Dead got it. All right, thanks, Evil Dead. As he strikes out.
Now back, first baseman, Lou.
So Mantle strikes out. Now Lou Gehrig will come up, the first baseman. 1 out, runner on second. Pitch by Scott. And Scott throws a pitch that is hit out of here by Gehrig. A 2-run home run by Lou Gehrig over the right field wall. And the Yankees go up 2-1. Yankees looking for the 3-game sweep if they can get it. That will definitely help as Gehrig hits one out of the park. Let's watch this one again. No doubt about that one. It's a short porch to right anyway. Two to 1 Yankees now. Now the catcher, Bill Dickey, comes up. Inside pitch. Count goes to 1-0. So the Yankees have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 4th. That's what I thought. When did he play? I was wondering if you could tell me. He played in the 40s and 50s, I believe. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball to third. Bregman will throw to first for the out. 2 down. Yeah, I remember him dying young, yes. I'm trying to remember when he played. I believe it was the 40s and 50s. Maybe into the 60s. I can't remember. But he was a great player, Lazari. 26-39. Thank you, Evil Dead. And now Robinson Cano, the second baseman. He rips one out to center field, and going back to the wall and making the play on the warning track is Cedeno for the out. But Lou Gehrig, a 2-run shot, gives the Yankees a 2-1 lead at the end of 4. ALDS Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Yankee Stadium. ALDS game number 3. Alex Bregman will lead things off for the Astros, as the Yankees lead it 2-1. A ground ball to short. Jeter will throw to first for the out. So Bregman grounds out. The third baseman. 1 down for the Astros here in the top of the 5th. That is being elected late, but hey, he got in. That's all that matters. Greg Biggio will come up next. The catcher. Here's the pitch. Down the line, out of play. The count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Up high, 1-1.
1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. Biggio at the plate. Here's the 1-1. Big swing and a miss, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the 1-2 pitch. Did he swing at it? No. Ball 2. Count goes to 2-2. We're at Yankee Stadium, the old one, not the new one. I don't like the new one. I like the old one a lot better. Here's the 2-2. Fouled that one off. Count remains at 2-2 to Biggio. And now the 2-2 pitch. A ground ball. Cano at second makes the play for the out. 2 down for the Astros. Carlos Carrera will come up next. He's the shortstop for the Astros. 2 downs, bases empty. Yeah, that's true. Here's the pitch. Count goes to 1-0. You know, winning championships does help you get into the hall, no doubt about it. With somebody with comparable stats, they're going to look at how many championships you have. Here's the pitch, up high, 2-0. Now, you can argue the right or wrong of that. That's just the way it is. I mean, here's the 2-0 pitch.
Ball, that's it.
3-0. I think, when we're talking now football, I think that's one of the reasons why Testaverde will never get in. Even though he's got great stats. Fouls that one off, 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Carrera. 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Full count, 3-2.
The count is full.
3-2 pitch. Popped it up. Out of play. Count remains at 3-2 to Carrera with 2 outs. 3-2 pitch. Ripped it down the third base line. Lazari makes the play, throws to first, and he's out. At the end of 4 1/2, Yankees lead it 2-1. ALDS Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Bernie Williams will come up. He's the center fielder today. Mike Scott still on the hill for the Astros. Here's the pitch.
Nope. Outside.
Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0.
Nope.
Outside, 2-0. I think there's a pro football quarterback that should be in that's not in, and that's Jim Plunkett. 3-0. He helped the Raiders win 2 Super Bowls. I think Plunkett is deserving. 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 3-1. Three-one pitch. Fouled off. Yeah, you know that trivia question. Plunkett is the only multiple Super Bowl winning quarterback that is not in the Hall. Here's the 3-2.
That's ball 4.
Ball 4. A leadoff walk for Bernie Williams.
Leading off for the Yankees.
And now the DH, Joe Gordon, will come up. Nobody out, runner on first. Yankees up 2-1. They throw to first. And Williams is back in time. Gordon awaiting his pitch. Pitch by Scott. And that's fouled off down the third base line. Counts at 0-1 to Joe Gordon. Oh, 0-1 pitch. They throw down to second, and Williams steals second base. The pitch was a strike. Count goes to 0-2 on Gordon. But Bernie Williams scores or steals second base. Let me get your opinion on something here, Evil Dan. Now that Major League Baseball has lifted the ban on Rose and shoeless Joe Jackson. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside 1-2. I think they should lift the ban on Curt Flood as well. What do you think? I think Flood got shafted. Here's the 1-2.
That's a ball.
Inside 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on second base. That's Williams on second.
3.
Struck him out swinging. Gordon goes down. 1 down for the Yankees.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Derek Jeter.
And now Derek Jeter will come up to bat. He's the shortstop. Nobody out. Actually, sorry, 1 out. Runner on first. All right, look at his numbers.
Ball 1.
Down low, ball 1 to Jeter. Count goes to 1-0. There was a time when Curt Flood was dominant. Counts at 1-0 to Jeter. 1-0 pitch.
That's in.
There goes Williams to third and safe. And now the Yankees have a runner 90 feet away at third base as Bernie Williams scores second or third base. Close play at third. The count's 2-0 to Jeter at the plate with 1 out, runner on third. Took a big swing and miss. Count goes to 2-1. Yankees lead at 2-1. Here at the bottom of the 5th, game 3. Yankees trying for the 3-game sweep. They lead the best of 5, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Broken bat down the first base line. And that's going to score a run. It'll be a sacrifice. Bagwell makes the play at first himself. but that's going to score Williams. It'll be a sacrifice for Jeter, and the Yankees lead it 3-1. And now Earl Combs comes up, the right fielder. 2 outs, base is empty. That one's ripped down the line, but it's going to go foul. No balls and a strike. 0-1 pitch. And see ya. Earl Combs down the right field line. A solo shot. And the Yankees take a 4-1 lead. Earl Combs, a solo shot over the right field wall down the line. Let's watch this one again. Just stayed fair. And the Yankees take a 4-1 lead. And now Tony Lazzari comes up next, the third baseman. In there for a strike, 0-1. I think Rose and Shoeless Joe should both be in. They should be elected in as soon as possible. Here's the 0-1. Popped it up. And the count's quickly 0-2.
Ball.
That'll be a ball. Count goes to 1-2.
2 strikes, Miguel.
Got Gregerson and Giles warming up in the Astros bullpen. Counts 1-2 to Lazzari. And the 1-2 pitch. Big swing. They have to throw down to first. Make it official. That'll end the inning as he strikes out. 4-1 Yankees. As we go to the 6th. Game 3 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 6th inning. 4-1 Yankees. Cesar Cedeno will lead things off. The center fielder, Lefty Gomez, still on the mound. Outside, count goes to 1-0. Yankees lead it 4-1. Astros are running out of innings here if they're going to stay alive in this best of 5. Here's the 1-0. Inside, 2-0. Yeah, it was a petty move to keep him out of the hall till he died. Here's the 2-0. Fouls it off. Count goes to 2-1. Be doing a couple of baseball games, take a break, and then do football today. Next pitch is fouled off. Count goes to 2-2 to Cedeno. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Stays alive with a 2-2 count. Gracie's here. Say hi, Gracie.
Hi. Eagle is a bomb.
That's right. He's the greatest of all time. All right. 2-2 pitch. Gets fouled off. Count remains at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch by Gomez.
3-2.
Down low. Full count now, 3-2. She gave a thumbs up, people did. Struck him out for out number 1. Cedeno goes down swinging.
Now back, second baseman, Altuve.
1 out for the Astros here in the top of the 6th, trailing 4-1. And now Jose Altuve, who hit a home run earlier today, comes up, the second baseman, in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Yeah, a home run, a double, and an RBI today. Counts 0-1. Here's the pitch. Misty and Gracie are going to Walmart. Counts at 1-1. Here's the 1-1. In there for a strike, 1-2. After we eat, probably, if I was a betting man, I'd say 6 o'clock Eastern. Fouls it off. Counts at 1-2. Yeah, it's going to be packed. Everywhere we went in Nashville, Saturday and Sunday was packed too. Here's the 1-2. Hops it up. And Garrett comes in foul territory and makes the out.
The first baseman, number 5.
2 down.
Bagwell.
I'll tell you in 1 second here, Evil Lib. Jeff Bagwell comes up. He's the first baseman. I know the first one's going to be the Bills and the Ravens. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Counts 0-2 to Bagwell with 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 5.5, the Yankees lead at 4-1. ALDS Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We have a new pitcher. Luke Gregerson will come in for the Astros.
Now pitching for
Taking over for Scott.
number 46.
All right, football later. It'll be Bills, Ravens, Bears, Bucks, and Chiefs, Browns.
For the Yankees, the left fielder,
Mickey Mantle comes up,
Mantle.
the left fielder today. 4-0 Yankees here in the bottom of the 6th.
That's out.
Gonna be a little bit of cloud cover coming in, throwing some shade on the stadium. Counts at 1-0 now to Mantle. Now the 1-0 pitch. Down. Oh, it's in there for a strike. 1-1. You're going to go Bills, Bucks, and Saints. Or Stains. I got you. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2 to Mantle. Not a problem. 1-2 pitch. Fouls that off down the first baseline. Count remains at 1-2 to the mixter, Mickey Mantle. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball down the first baseline, foul. Count remains at 1-2. One-two pitch.
Ball
Inside. The count goes to 2-2 to Mantle. 2-2 pitch by Gregerson. Fouls that off. Count remains at 2-2. We're at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Game 3 of the ALDS. Here's the 2-2. Fouls that off. Stays alive with a 2-2 count. Two-two pitch. High in the air, down the third base line, but it's drifting into the stands. Foul ball. Count remains at 2-2 to Mickey Mantle. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball. Altuve at second makes the play. One down for the Yankees here at the bottom of the 6th.
Baseman number 4, Lou Gehrig.
And now Lou Gehrig will come up, the first baseman. And back in the 4th inning, here's what Lou did. He hit a home run over the right field fence. That was back in the 4th. And now Gehrig comes up here in the 6th. One out, bases empty. Here's the pitch. Took a big swing and miss. Strike one. The count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch.
Nope, that's the ball.
Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gehrig. 1-1 pitch. Swung on an inside pitch. Counts at 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Ripped down the third base line. Foul. Count remains at 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Again, he fouls that off, stays alive with a 1-2 count. Lou Gehrig, the Yankee first baseman. Here's the 1-2 pitch.
That's ball 2.
That's inside. They'll even the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. High in the air, out to center field. Cedeno gets under it and makes the play for out number 2. 2 down
The catcher,
for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 6th. Now the catcher, Bill Dickey, comes up. Two outs, bases empty. The pitch by Gregerson. Inside, 1-0. One-0 pitch. Up high, 2-0.
No strike.
Yankees up 4-1. 2 outs, bases empty. 2-0 pitch.
Yeah.
In there for a strike, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And now the 2-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 2-2. Two-two pitch.
3-2.
Inside, full count, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Dickey at the plate. 3-2 pitch. Rips it down the first baseline, foul. Count remains at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. And Dickey rips that one over the right field fence. A solo shot home run. And the Yankees take a 5-1 lead. Again, that short porch in right field, taking advantage of it. Five to 1 Yankees now. Here in the bottom of the 6th, second baseman Robinson Cano comes up. He hits one down the left field line, out of play. And the count goes to 0-1. It is a monster lineup. It really is. They didn't win the AL East, though. Here's the 0-1. Fouls it off. The Red Sox won the AL East by 2 games over the Yankees. Swung, struck him out. They'll throw down to first, make it official. That'll end the inning. However, Bill Dickey, a solo shot home run. And the Yankees take a 5-1 lead at the end of 6. ALDS Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the 7th inning. Yordan Alvarez will come up, the left fielder. Yeah, I heard he was still in Mexico too. Outside to Alvarez. And now we have Lyle and Downing warming up in the bullpen for the Yankees. And the count's 1-0 to Alvarez. Lefty Gomez still on the mound.
Oh, that's it.
He's inside. Oh yeah, he can hit them out of here. Counts 2-0 to Alvarez. 2-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
We're in the top of the 7th. Yankees up 5-1. 2-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count evens up at 2-2 to Alvarez. 2-2 pitch. A ground ball down the first base line, but foul. Count remains at 2-2 to Alvarez. 2-2 pitch. That one hits high in the air, Combs in right goes onto the warning track and makes the out. Close but no cigar for Alvarez. One down for the Astros as Combs makes the play in right field. A fly out to right. Next up for the Astros, Lance Berkman. He's the DH today. Here's the pitch by Gomez. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Strike one. Count goes to 0-1 to Berkman. Oh, 1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike two.
0-2.
Counts 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch.
Ball, that's it.
Up high. Count goes to 1-2 to Berkman. One-two pitch. And that's fouled off down the third baseline. Count stays at 1-2 to Berkman. And now the 1-2 pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Strike three. Two down for the Astros here in the top of the seventh. And Kyle Tucker will come up next. Tucker is the right fielder facing Gomez. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike one. And the count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch.
Ball, that's
Outside. That'll even the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1-2.
2 strikes.
And now the 1-2 pitch. Rips it down the third base line. Ball boy gets it. Counts at 1-2. 2 outs, bases empty. 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. He's staying alive at the plate. Counts at 1-2. 1-2 pitch. High in the air. Out to right center field. Who wants it? And that's out of here. Kyle Tucker. A solo shot home run. Just over the right center field wall. And that'll make it 5-2 Yankees. As the Astros get a little bit closer here in the 7th inning. That just cleared the fence. Let's watch this one again. Great slow-mo. Bam. Just beyond Bernie Williams' outstretched glove. So still 2 outs. It's now 5-2, and Alex Bregman comes up next.
Ball.
Bregman, the third baseman. First pitch is a ball. Count goes to 1-0. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 5-2 Yankees. Pitch by Gomez. High in the air. Left fielder Mantle will come over and make the play for the final out. Kyle Tucker, a solo shot home run, pulls the Astros to within 3. ALDS Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports.
Now pitching for the
We have a new pitcher. Ken Giles will come in for the Astros here in the bottom of the 7th. He'll be facing Bernie Williams.
the center fielder.
Williams playing center field today. First pitch by Giles here in the bottom of the 7th. In there for a strike, 0-1. 5-2 Yankees up. Trying to wrap up this best of 5. They lead 2-0. Here's the 0-1. Up high, 1-1. Yankees with a 3-run lead. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball. Altuve at second. Throws to first for the out. 1 down for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 7th.
The designated hitter, Joe Gordon.
And now the DH, Joe Gordon, will come up. 1 out, bases empty. And that's going to be just outside the strike zone. Count goes to 1-0 to Gordon. One 0 pitch. Up high, 2-0. Smith and Abreu warming up in the Astro bullpen. Counts at 2-0 to Gordon. 2-0 pitch. Down low, 3-0. Got the Astros in those old school uniforms. I like them. They wore those back in the late 70s, early 80s. Counts at 3-0 to Gordon. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4 on 4 pitches. Gordon's aboard. A 1 out walk. And now Derek Jeter comes up, the shortstop. 1 out, runner on first. Yankees up 5-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch by Giles. And Jeter took a big swing and miss. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Oh, 1 pitch. In there for a strike. Quickly 0-2 to Jeter. If the Yankees win, they wrap up the series, and they'll play either the A's or the Royals in the ALCS. Here's the 0-2. Strike 3 as he swung at a bad pitch. 2 downs for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 7th. And now Earl Combs, the right fielder, will come up. Ken Giles on the hill. 2 outs, runner on first. Pitch by Giles. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Down low outside. Count goes to 1-2 to Earl Combs. Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. We started in sunshine. Now it's gotten overcast. They throw to first. And he's back in time. Gordon's back in time. One-two pitch. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first base. Earl Combs at the plate. 2-2 pitch. Popped it up out of play, stays alive with a 2-2 count. Two-two pitch. Swung and struck him out. At the end of 7 complete, Yankees lead it 5-2. Game 3 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We have a new pitcher. Mariano Rivera will come on for the Yankees. He'll try to shut down the Astros here in the 8th inning. We're in the top of the 8th.
The catcher,
5-2, Yankees lead it.
Biggio.
Greg Biggio will lead things off. He's the catcher. Rivera on the mound. Here's the pitch. Ripped down the third base line and is snagged by Lazare. Throws to first for the out.
The bat,
Biggio grounds out to third, one down for the Astros. Here in the top of the eighth. Carlos Carrera will come up next. Carrera is the shortstop. One out, bases empty. Here's the pitch.
1-0.
Down low, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. One out, bases empty. One 0 pitch.
Ball.
Outside, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, one out, bases empty. Carrera at the plate. And now Rivera looks in. And the 2-0 pitch.
3 balls.
Inside, 3-0. Behind in the count here. Rivera looks in. Taking his time. And now the 3-0 pitch.
Nope.
Ball 4 in 4 pitches. Carrera's aboard. A one out walk for the Astros as they're trying to get back in this game. Cesar Cedeno will come up next, the center fielder. 5-2 Yankees up here in the top of the eighth. Here in game 3 of the ALDS. Runner on first, Cedeno at the plate. In there for a strike, 0-1. Yankees lead this best of 5 series 2-0. They can wrap it up here today with a 3-game sweep if they can hold on. Rivera looks in, the count's 0-1. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2 on Cedeno. Cedeno back in the batter's box. Counts at 0-2. 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out. 2 down for the Astros here in the top of the eighth. As Rivera mows him down. Here's how the pitches went. And now the second baseman, Jose Altuve, will come up with 2 outs, runner on first base. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. Altuve will step back in. Oh, 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Quickly 0-2 to Altuve with 2 outs and a runner on first. Yankees up 5-2 here in the top of the eighth. 0-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2. Mariano Rivera. The one, oh, they throw to first. He's back in time. Count remains at 1-2 to Altuve. 1-2 pitch. Swung and an outside pitch. Struck him out. At the end of 7.5, Yankees lead it 5-2. Game 3 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the eighth. Dave Smith will come in for the Astros. Yankees are going to be looking for some insurance runs this inning. We'll have game 3 of the A's and the Royals after this. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. Third baseman Tony Lazare will come up and lead things off for the Yankees here in the bottom of the eighth. Pitch by Smith. Ground ball
That ball's foul.
down the first baseline, foul. The count goes to 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch.
Ball.
Low and outside. Count goes to 1-1 to Lazare. And now the 1-1. Big swing and a miss. Counts at 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Down low. That's going to even the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. High in the air, out to center field. Cedeno going back, and that one has left the building. A solo shot home run by Tony Lazare, and the Yankees go up 6-2. Back up to a 4-run lead. And that was like almost straight away center field. That's a deep part of Yankee Stadium. Well hit by Lazare. Let's watch this one again. He got all of that one. And now Mickey Mantle, the left fielder, will come up. Nobody out. Nobody on base. 6-2 Yankees here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now Dave Smith, the 0-1 pitch. Yankee Mantle throws or grounds to second while Artove makes the play.
Now batting, first baseman, Lou.
So Mantle grounds out to second, 1 down for the Yankees. And now Lou Gehrig, the first baseman, will come up. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the pitch. Outside, but he swung at it, 0-1.
0-1.
No balls and a strike to Gehrig. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the 8th. 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 0-2 now to Gehrig. Gehrig will step back in. Counts at 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Ripped down the third base line. Count remains at 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Outside, 1-2.
2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Gehrig. 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. A 1-out single for Gehrig here in the bottom of the 8th. Yankees get a runner aboard.
The catcher, number 13.
We're at Old Yankee Stadium in New York. Game 3 of the ALDS here at Jammin' Sports. Bill Dickey, the catcher, will come up next. They throw to first. Gehrig's back in time. One out, runner on first. Dickey at the plate. Here's the pitch. A pitch out, and Gehrig doesn't go. Count goes to 1-0 to Dickey. One ball, no strikes. 1 out, runner on first. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. That'll even the count at 1-1 to Bill Dickey. And 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. High in the air, out to right field. Getting under it is Tucker for out number 2. And they'll keep Gehrig at first base. 2 down for the Yankees here in the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for the Yankees, the second baseman, Robinson.
And now we have Robinson Cano, the second baseman, comes up with 2 outs, runner on first. 6-2 Yankees up. The pitch.
Ball, that's out.
Outside, 1-0. Gehrig at first base. Counts 1-0 to Cano. The pitch is popped up, out of play. And that'll even the count at 1-1 to Cano. They throw to first, not in time. Gehrig's back. Count remains at 1-1 to Cano. 1-1 pitch. Outside, there goes Gehrig. They got him. And that'll end the inning. Tony Lazzari, a solo shot home run. And the Yankees lead it 6-2. We go to the ninth. ALDS Game 3 here at Jammin' Sports.
Now pitching for the New York Yankees.
Sparky Lyle will come in for the Yankees to try to close down the Astros. The Yankees are 3 outs away from advancing to the ALCS to take on either the A's or the Royals. Game 3 of that series up next. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. Jeff Bagwell will lead things off, the first baseman. So let's see if Lyle can shut them down. High in the air. Earl Combs out to right field, and Combs, that one's gone. Bagwell, a solo shot to lead off the ninth, and it's now 6-3 in favor of the Yankees. All right, well, that makes things interesting. A solo shot blast by Jeff Bagwell. It's now 6-3, and the Yankees are still 3 outs away from advancing. As we watch it again. And now Yordan Alvarez will come up. Big swing and a miss, strike one. And the count goes to 0-1. Well, if the Astros can get 3 more, they can tie it up. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1-1 to Alvarez. 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. 2-1 to Alvarez. He's back in the box. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. Lyle on the mound. Here's the 2-2. Fouls it off. Stays alive with the 2-2 count. Nobody out here in the top of the ninth for the Astros, down by 3. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive with a 2-2 count. Two-two pitch. Fouls that one off. Stays alive with a 2-2 count. Long at bat for Alvarez. Staying alive at the plate. Counts at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Hit high in the air. Mantle out and left will go back and will make the play for out number 1. 1 down for the Astros. Here in the top of the ninth, Lance Berkman will come up next. He's the DH. 1 out, bases empty. Astros trail by 3. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Sparky Lyle on the mound. Counts at 0-1 to Berkman. 0-1 pitch. Fouls that one off. It's now 0-2. Astros down to the last 2 outs of their season. Here's the 0-2. Ripped. Base hit in the left field for Berkman. It'll be a 1-out single. The Astros have a runner aboard with 1 out. Here in the top of the ninth. And now we have another pitcher coming in. Brian Taylor will come in. Lyle goes out. Lyle was not very effective for the Yankees. We'll see how Brian Taylor does as he comes in. He'll be facing Kyle Tucker, the right fielder. He had a home run last time he came up. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. And they're back. Are you all back? All right. Oh, cool. Counts 1-0. Here's the pitch.
Ball 2.
It's low. And the count goes to 2-0 to Tucker. And now the 2-0 pitch.
Ball that
Down low, 3-0. Last thing you want to do is let the Astros back in this game. And that's what the Yankees are doing here. Here's the 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 3-1 to Tucker. Just one out here in the top of the ninth. 3-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike. Full count now
3-2.
to Kyle Tucker. Full count. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive with a 3-2 count. Well, the Yankees having a hard time putting the Astros away here in the top of the ninth. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive. Count remains at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Up high. Oh, it's in there for a strike. I thought it was going to be a walk. Tucker didn't like that. 2 down for the Astros here in the top of the ninth. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Now Alex Bregman comes up. Astros are down to their final out. He's the third baseman.
No. Inside.
Inside, count goes to 1-0. 2 outs. And the Astros are down to their final out of the season here if they don't come back. That'll be a strike. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Astros are down to their final strike. Taylor trying to put him away. 1-2 pitch. Inside. Count goes to 2-2 to Bregman. Here at Yankee Stadium. Counts at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Stays alive with a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. Yankees up 6-3. Pitch by Taylor. And he strikes him out, and the Yankees have swept the Astros 3-0 in this best of 5. Your final score, New York 6, Houston 3. Your final score, the Yankees 6, the Astros 3. The Yankees win this best of 5 series 3-0 and advance to the American League Championship Series. Next up, we'll have Game 3 of the other ALDS, the A's and the Royals. It's coming up next here at Jammin' Sports.